Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and today I have a quick little video for you guys. I bought some stuff at the drugstore, and I have been using it, playing with it, testing it, drugstore slash Ulta, affordable side. And I wanted to kind of come on here, give you guys a quick rundown of just some new products that have launched and my opinions on them because, hello, awesome, yes. Did I say welcome back to my channel? I don't even know if I said any of that, you guys. I'm so tired. I slept for like 6 seconds last night. So let's kind of go in, again, the brands and all that. It's just a ton of different stuff. So I'm just going to kind of like go through it, give you guys some thoughts. Now, we're going to start with a couple things from CoverGirl because we all know I have had a rocky relationship with CoverGirl. I don't think I've ever found much of anything from this brand that I really like love and gravitate toward. It's just like not my brand, I feel like. I know I'm not the only one. I know a lot of other people have had issues with it as well, but for some reason, I just don't have great luck. So I picked up 2 of their new, these are just their eye pencils, ultrafine brow pencils. I picked them up in the shade 705 and 710, which is rich brown and soft brown, because I wanted to make sure that I had a decent color selection. So I tried to use them today. You guys, the first thing I'm going to tell you is that these have the worst waxy formula. Like, they have almost no color payoff. You have to dig them into your skin. Like, I was actually making my brows red trying to use these. So first of all, I don't like them for that reason. Second of all, like the colors, these are 2 totally different colors, okay? They are almost identical. Like, even when I applied them to my eyes, I could not tell the difference. And it was just very frustrating because there are a lot of people that the subtle differences in color are what's supposed to make them, especially for your brows, ashier, maybe a little bit warmer even in the brow, but they're supposed to be different tones and different colors that make them right for different hair colors and skin tones and things. And I felt like this was just such a waste of product in general. Like, there was no need. These easily could have been the same. And honestly, the formula, I wasn't even going to try the second one, but I thought, what if the first one I tried was bad? Like, what if the formula wasn't good? Oh no, they're just not good. Like, I do not recommend these. I think they're atrocious. Now, I did pick up another brow product that was recently released by them. I don't know what, oh crap, what is this thing called? This is the new Easy Breezy Brow Sculpt and Set. It's a pomade. I don't know how this wasn't trademarked by Benefit Cabral yet, but it's literally the exact same component, like the stick and the handle, like it's the exact same thing as the Benefit one. I seriously don't understand how this is not. I actually looked at this and I'm like, trademark infringement? Maybe. But I did use this one in my brows today. And you guys, I have to be honest, I actually kind of liked this. What I really enjoyed about it is that, and I only used their applicator because I really wanted to get a feel for it and kind of see how it worked with the product. And I actually really liked the applicator more than I thought I would. I thought the product was very nice and buildable. I can't say that it's like the most long wearing, like if you rub your brow, like it's definitely not going to stick around. It's not that kind of like in there for life situation. It feels very powdery. I picked up the shade 710, and what I do, what is the thing that goes with that? 710, this is soft brown as well. And what I really did like about this product is I felt like it had a more natural, more soft appearance, and if you have like a more natural looking brow, I feel like you can work this the way I work it, where my brows don't look natural, or you'd be able to feather it in with a other brush, with a different brush rather, and make it look more more natural and more feathered, and you'd be able to create different brow looks with this. I actually kind of do like this, and I'm curious to continue using it. I really like the formula. The main difference that I noticed between this and like the Anastasia pomade, for example, is that this, when you dip into it, it's such a softer consistency that it's easier to lighten up. My main issue, and I've said this a couple times with the Anastasia Brow Wiz, is that it's so dark and dense and pigmented that I have a hard time using it because I have little to no brow to like feather it through. So for me, it's just really difficult to control that like intensity. Whereas with this one, I feel like it's lighter and almost more moussey. Like, it's not moussey, but it's got like a moussey powder versus the denseness of the Anastasia pomade. So I think that this is like a good lighter version, which I do enjoy this. I can't say that I don't. Again, the only thing that I'm cautious on is the wearability of it at this point, but so far I don't hate this guy. Now, I do have one more product from CoverGirl that I want to, this is CoverGirl, right? Healthy Vitalist is, yeah, CoverGirl, that I want to talk about. This is their Vitalist Healthy Glow highlights. I picked them up in the shade 1, 2, and 5, mainly because I wanted to see the dark one. And my issue with this, first of all, is I feel like it doesn't do anything. This is shade number 5. Like, it's pretty, it has a little bit of something, and it is intended to be a healthier highlight. It's not meant to be like, oh, hi, do I want to blind spaceships? No, it's meant to be more subtle, you know, more, just more of a natural finish to it, which is great. I definitely think that those kind of highlights have their place. But my issue with these is that they are so, like, inconsistent in feeling. The first one feels really nice and creamy, that number 5. Good and creamy. The second one, which is shade number 2, yes, shade number 2, has more of like an oil slick feeling, and it feels very greasy and very inconsistent with the color throughout, and it has like little glitter chunks in it that it's like micro glitter, but you can see it, and I'm just like, I'm not obsessed with it. I do think that it makes, especially shade number 2, makes an okay base if you want to like put it down on your cheekbone and then go over it with highlight and kind of set it with highlight. But for me, I'm like, is that really necessary? Ugh, not so much. Now, this last one that I picked up, shade number 1, you guys, I am so annoyed with this. Like, you can kind of see it in the pan. It is chunky, like it's hard. It has a, like, look at that, like I can dig in there and it comes off super chunky, and then it goes on and it like looks kind of pretty, but it's still chunky and oily and weird. And I've just felt like no matter how I use these, I tried patting them on the lid, I tried putting them on my cheeks, and no matter what I do with these, I just feel like they don't work for me in any sense of the imagination. I think that the concept is cool. I love the idea of giving people like that healthier, more just like nice luminescent, lit from within, but like still subtle kind of glow. I really like that. I love the concept. I just don't love that they're not consistent. That's really frustrating, especially when you buy 3. Like 3 at the same time from the same store, they should be relatively consistent, you know? And it's like, I struggle with that side of it, so those for me were not a hit. Now, while we are on the topic of inconsistent, I have some thoughts about this guy. I have been playing around a ton with the NYX Love You So Much Mochi or Mochi or whatever the hell. This right here, it's like a pastel cream palette. They call it the Electric Pastels palette. I really love the consistency of these. Like, I can't tell you, like, just picking them at random, okay? I'm just gonna pick, like, there, right? Those 5, like, look at them. They look gorgeous, right? I will not deny all day long that they seem really beautiful. But what I will warn you on is that with these shadows, they do not manipulate the same way to the lid that they look on your arm right now or wherever you swatch them, which is so frustrating. I have tried using multiple colors in here, and the biggest issue I have with this is that they do not transfer true to lid, which is so frustrating. Like, I cannot get this same luster and vibrance and pastel gorgeousness out of them. And this palette, by the way, NYX, can we talk? This is $19.99, like $20, your drugstore. Like, stop. You need to, you know, tone it back down a little bit. You need to reset your goals because you're really outpricing yourself. And I just felt like I loved, honestly, you guys, I thought the texture of these was very, like, similar to the ColourPop, like, the Super Cheek shadows. They have that same, like, really almost gooey, like, squishy, like you just want to poke it texture, which is fun, right? I love it. But I really couldn't stand, and then not only did they not go to the lid consistently, like they just didn't apply, they weren't consistent with each other, similar to the CoverGirl, how they each seem to have like a different density, a different viscosity, a different like way that they apply best. And it was just frustrating. Now, I will say the best shade out of this palette that I used was probably this hot pink right here. I felt like that one just applied boom, beautiful, amazing. I also really liked this turquoise one right here. Applied nicely, but again, I couldn't get this beautiful, lustrous turquoise color out of it. Most disappointing for me, definitely this blue shade right here. I mean, it like swatches like a beautiful like baby blue, and then all of a sudden, like, even that's how lustrous it is on my hands. So on my eye, it literally looks like nothing. And it was just so frustrating because I wanted to love this, and I wanted so bad for there to be a good, affordable palette. So not only was it not good, it was also not affordable. So no thank you. Speaking of a NYX fail, okay, let's kind of talk about this little sexy guy for a second. This is the Love You Mochi or Mochi or whatever by NYX. This is the Trio Highlight, the Lit Life Highlight Palette. I hate this, you guys. First of all, I thought it felt really nice. At first, I'm like, wow, blind me, baby, blind me, yes. Ooh, queen, right? And then, okay, Paige, find somewhere that you haven't, like, ruined already with all kinds of other swatches. Or just clean off the other ones. Okay, so you put them on. And what I don't like about these is, okay, do you see how beautiful, like this yellow one is the middle? They look very beautiful, again, on your fingers and your swatch. Even in pan, they feel very creamy. Like, I can't stress that enough, how good they feel. On the face, all they do is emphasize my texture. And those are not the only ones. They also picked up a single one from NYX just to see. It was like a single little bar. I tried that. It did the exact same thing. For some reason, and by the way, $18.99. I'm sorry, but at that point, like, why? I actually just got the Smashbox and Casey Holmes collab for $17 when it was half off. So, like, watch your sales. Don't go falling for stuff like this. NYX, you need to really watch what you're doing because you're starting to put out products, you're pricing yourself out, and you're at that awkward spot where your quality isn't high enough to be, you know, insane, but you're trying to make your prices on the other side of the store. You need to just calm down, watch what you're doing. And I don't get me wrong, I think that they're okay. I wouldn't reach for them. I thought that they emphasized texture. They didn't do anything for my skin, and they really made my blend look atrocious. And while we're on the topic, I also want to hit on this little guy right here. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Gold Bar. I know that he's not super, super new. Feels amazing, looks decent, but yet again, I had an issue. Now you can see that he is a little bit more, obviously gold, but a little bit more lustrous, I would say, than the 3 NYX. But again, my issue with him, awful on the skin. Like, it just literally made me look so chunky. I actually the other day shot that Dior Skin, it was the Dior foundation, the new one, the Undercover. And I tried blending that underneath of my highlight. Like, I tried using this as my highlight, and it looked so bad. I had to go over it with another one, and then underneath you could still see, shh, I'm very busy. You could still see like the chunkiness of this one. And I even put in the video, like, guys, we're gonna talk about this later. This is what we're talking about. For some reason, it's just, it emphasizes my texture. And I am having like such a struggle with these kinds of highlights. For some reason, they just have something in them that grabs to every piece of texture on my cheek. And I'm telling you, it doesn't always look that bad. Like, my cheeks actually have gotten a lot better with texture and stuff like that. So just for me, those did not work at all, and I was so disappointed in NYX for their pricing. Like, so disappointed in them. They're supposed to be a brand that is more conscious of price than that. Now, one thing that we are going to talk about from NYX that I am actually very impressed with, both price and quality, they're glitters, you guys. I have been really loving this. I put this back together so you could see what I was talking about, but this is their hashtag glitter goals kit. It comes with 3, like a stackable glitter right here, as well as a glitter glue. I am actually wearing, here, I'll open it. I'll open it like I didn't have it open like I didn't have it open 10 seconds ago. I am actually wearing this top gold glitter on my lids right here. It went on very nicely. It packs a hell of a punch. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I bought this just to see if it was any good, and I even used their glitter glue with it, and you guys, it sticks like a dream. It looks so beautiful on the lids, and you get this entire kit right here for $15, which I think is super affordable. I also recently picked up one of their little, like, a MAC shimmer kit with 3 glitters in it, and you guys, I think that if you are on a budget, this is such a good affordable way to go. I also picked up, of course, because at this point now I'm committed, so I have to start trying their other options. They have the Shimmer Down by NYX, which are these little guys, and then they have the glitter ones as well. These are so good, you guys. Let me just show you, like, I'm coming like for life on this one. Like, you guys, look at that. I'm sorry, is that not stunning? I wore that on my eyes the other day. I could not believe it. That is the shade SDP 05. Oh, Shimmer Down Pigment 05. So number 05, I guess, is the color. Oh, there we go, in the color Nude. Wow, all that. But you guys, it is so stunning. It goes onto the lid beautifully. It works really good with glitter glue. It looked decent with concealer even. Like, I am so impressed with that, and a little goes a long way. This will last you forever. And guess what? $6.49. $6.49 for the glitters and the shimmers. That's what I'm talking about, NYX. $6 for this, I think, is ridiculously good. Again, there is so much product in here. It's going to last you so long, and I really, really love it. I also really love both of these glitters. I have the shade Lumi Light, which is like an iridescent glitter. I have Beauty Beam, which is just like a multicolored disco ball. And then on the other half of my eye, so this inside is the gold. Out here I have more glitter, big shocker, and that is in the shade Goldstone, which I love. It's like such a deep, beautiful, goldy, metallic, like, oh, it's just so sexy. I really love these, you guys, and I see no reason, if you, again, are on a budget and you're looking for a good glitter, they go so well. And maybe I'm the only one that loves this, but this glitter glue worked really good. Normally, you guys know I use the Too Faced, which is in here somewhere. I just saw it, but I just used this guy today because, again, I wanted to try it. I've tried it a couple times, and it lasts really, really well. It stays on my lids beautifully. And what I thought was so interesting is, like, this product and this glue, it doesn't separate on your lids. This guy, I could not get this to stop separating. I said it, I used multiple different bases. Like, I tried everything to make these work, and I couldn't make them work. And then these guys I go in with, and it's just like, oh, done, and it's so easy to use. I mean, it's just a purchase you won't regret, and for $15, it's a really good way to try it out. I picked this one up from Ulta, and you get the shades Copper, Gold, and Ruby, and I guess the shade Ruby is a new shade that is either exclusive to this package or something, I don't know. But again, I got mine from Ulta for 15 bucks. That way, I could, you know, decide if I like it, and if I don't like it, of course, they have a really good return policy, but I do not regret this. It says it's for face and body. I wouldn't use it for face and body, but I really enjoy it. Okay, you guys, so number one, I missed one of these CoverGirl products right here. This is the CoverGirl Melting Pout Glitz. I picked this up in the shade Golden Girl number 400, and I have mixed feelings about this glitter. It's like a glitter glossy situation, and here's my issue. You put some on, and like, look at that, okay? I mean, it's beautiful, right? It's got like this really beautiful golden reflect to it. It's stunning on the lips. You put this over a lipstick, like I put this on today, you literally couldn't tell it was there. For some reason, this only shows up if you are bare, like if there's nothing else on your lips. I even put down just a liner and then this over top, and it just disappeared. It like settles right into the color, and it went away. I was so disappointed, but when it's by itself, this is beautiful. So on a day where you're looking for just like a pop of something, this would be a really nice option. It is a little bit like goopy, I guess, if I had to like pull at straws for it. But overall, I think that this was actually really good. I was just really disappointed that it didn't look the same and carry that same like lustrous through, because by itself it looks like, you know, stunning. So that was a bummer, but it's pretty good. Like, I'll give this one like a solid in-betweeny weenie situation. Now, I think I will round this out with this little Wet n Wild palette. This is not a basic peach. I love this palette. I know that a couple people have talked about these so far, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this. I have worn this on my eyes quite a few times now. Again, I'm wearing it today. What I really love about this are the transition shades are money. Like, I use a ton of this orange shade and then these two shades up here. They are beautiful. They blend out so nice. They are so creamy and so pigmented. Like, you guys, it's there. Like, look at that pigment. Is that not ridiculous? I'm obsessed. And I love that they made the transition shades like good and thick, and like you're gonna get a ton of product, which is so good. A ton of all over, you know, lid space color if you're pasty. And I really actually loved most of the shimmer shades in here. I think this gold, stunning. Like, these three right here are absolutely beautiful. Like, look at that. Those are gorgeous. Okay, could I make that any more awkward? No. But those are really, really beautiful. The only one I hated in this palette, you guys, is this freaking blue. I actually, in today's look, I had that down first. I had this beautiful, beautiful blue look going. I could not get this color to show up. It looks chunky and ugly and awful, and I hate it. Like, look at that. It's just, it loses that, like, wham! And I was so bummed because it's like, it is what sets this palette apart. That blue is what makes this palette pop and grab and like give you a pop of color if you want it. So I was really disappointed in that, but every other shade in here I really, really like. So for me, this palette is still a win. I could not believe how good the matte shades in this palette blended out. Like, to me, these blended out similar to a high-end shadow. I had a little bit of fallout, which was kind of a bummer. I had a ton of fallout with that blue shade. It was just scrapped from the beginning. But as far as the matte ones that I put into the crease, minimal fallout. I just, you know, swept it away with my bake, and I really, really liked this palette. You guys, I found the other NYX highlight I was talking about. It is their Born to Glow highlight, and this is in the shade Stand Your Ground. Okay, look at that. It looks chunky right from the beginning. You put it on and you're like, that could be pretty. Not for me. Not for me, boo-boo. Oh, no. On me, it looks awful and chunky and horrible, and I'm just so disappointed. One other product that I have before I wrap this video up, I use this today. This is the Wonder Wing eyeliner from Rimmel. It has such an interesting shape on it. I'm going to try to get you close enough so you can see it, and I'll just like spin it around. But it has like this interesting taper on the sides of it, so it kind of comes down like flat on two sides. And what I really love about this, I can't say that I use it to make a wing. We know how wings are just like not my jam. But what I really, really found that I love about this is the black color that goes on your eyes. You guys, I did just a tight upper rim on this guy right here. It went on so nice and so smooth. It was so easy to apply. It went right over top of that glitter like it was nothing. So I'm curious to know, I don't usually expect drugstore, like, you know, liners and felt tips like this to last very long, but I found myself really enjoying this, and I'm actually intrigued and excited to continue to use that. I lied, I forgot I had two more eyeliners. This one is by CoverGirl. This is just their liquid liner. It's a new one that they came out with. I had an issue with this. I don't like the tip on this one. I feel like it's too hard to control. The formula is far too watery and just like, and it goes everywhere. This one I'm not living for. I've only used it a couple times, and every time I use it, I actually end up like, I go very tight to the lash line, and literally if this bumps into anything, a bump, a glitter, a lash, anything, if it bumps into a tiny little creature on my eyelid or whatever, it flicks and goes, phew, it's like paint splattering everywhere, and I don't know how it does it, but the formula is just so liquidy, and it's like a shimmery cosmic glitter or something, so it's got like this weird metallic stuff, and I can't work with this. I don't like it. I don't like the formula with or without the glitter, and then you added the glitter, and now I'm just like, stop talking to me. I don't like that one. One that I have been using though, this is the Milani Stay Put Matte 17-Hour Wear. This one has continued to kind of surprise me. It has a much smaller tip on it, and look at the black. Oh, girl, it is not nearly as watery. It is, look at that. It is so like black and intense, and it does dry down matte, and I'm telling you, this stays put so well. I have only had a couple issues with this one on my lid, and it's because I had the shakes, and I'm pretty sure that I kind of like flicked it a little bit, so it can be a little hard to control. It's still a little thinner in consistency than I would normally gravitate toward, but I think that for this kind of an option, you know, like the pen and quill style, I think that it is absolutely like a 10 times the better choice than the CoverGirl one. I really like it, and if this is your style, the only thing I would like caution you on or let you know about is it does have a shorter applicator that bends. So if you are the type of person that doesn't love that, you won't like this. If you're like me and you mainly use it for like a tight rim up here, it's so easy to take this short little applicator and just stamp it along your lash line like deek, 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 deek. That's all I use it for, and it works so good. Like I think I really like this. Alright, you guys, so that is it for today's video. I know that it was kind of like a rapid fire, but when it comes to like random products like this, I really prefer to try them on myself, get a good handle for them, and then kind of come to you guys with my findings. I feel like it breaks up the videos, we get a lot of products done at once, and it's just a really good way to kind of keep us up to date with what's going on. So, you guys, I hope that you check out the description box for all my social media handles. And, oh, I just got gloss all over my hand. That's yummy. I'm like, what's slimy? Oh, I forgot there's gloss over here. That's cute. Okay, you guys have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this. Don't forget to hang out with me in the comment section. Tell me if you've tried any of these, because some of them are like relatively newer. Some of them are older. I'm super curious. Tell me what you think of this eye look, because I never go this intense with glitter, and I really like it. And I took the gold a little higher right here, so I feel like it opened up my eyes a little bit. Like, I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. I'm trying out a new foundation combination as well, so we'll see how that one works out. I don't know. We're taking it 1 minute at a time over here. You guys, I will talk to you guys all in the next one. Bye.